At this juncture, I want to take this opportunity to welcome His Excellency Sanjay Agwar, joining us all the way from India to give his keynote speech. So, welcome so much, Your Excellency Sanjay, joining us from India.
Thank you. Can you hear me clearly? Yes, no,
Yes,
please.
yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Good evening, dear viewers. I am Brigadier Sanjay Agarwal. I'll say that again, Brigadier Sanjay Agarwal from India. Greetings of the day. In India, we are nearing midnight now. So, a brief introduction about me. I'm happy to tell you that I have been decorated for gallantry twice by the Honorable President of India. Presently, I am a distinguished professor with a university with 6 campuses in India. I have also lectured with the Global Foundation of Early Childhood Education and Research, etc. And I've held counseling sessions with parents and children at the school and college level. I have had a role in shaping the drone policy of India when I was the security advisor to the Ministry of Home Affairs of the Government of India. And I've been a trainer to two very friendly countries for 2 years each. So, for a total of 4 years, I was in a very friendly place called Seychelles, which is in Africa. A lot of you are from Africa. And the second was in Bhutan. I am a mountaineer. I have gone to three mountains over 21,000 feet. I've done a 3,000-kilometer cycling trip, and I'm interested in photography and putting up my exhibitions. And more about me is on my Facebook page, Facebook wall rather, where if you just type in my name, you get everything about me. And at the risk of repetition, I have put it again on the chat box. So I'm the second speaker, and we are given 8 minutes each. I intend to be on time, within time. So let me start speaking on drones, which are also known as unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs. These are remotely piloted or autonomous, which means that there is no human pilot on board the aircraft. Of course, there is a mission controller and a pilot controller on the ground. The basic components of a drone would include a propulsion system, a power source, and a flight controller module. And of course, the communication systems, which are the brain of the drone and control its flight, stability, and execution of tasks. The drone would have sensors for providing data for flight control and navigation, and the drone would have a payload to carry out its task. And the task would be carried out by the payload, which could be cameras of various types and sorts. For agriculture, the payload could be insecticide sprayers. For logistics, it could be packages for delivery or emergency medicine for delivery. And all of this is held together by a frame. Now we have drones for a variety of uses. The military itself uses it for a number of purposes. We have industrial uses, infrastructure inspection types of uses, agriculture, we have just spoken, commercial uses, recreational uses. And of course, you see them all around in the marriages, etc. nowadays. We also have some very versatile drones, very multi-purpose kinds of drones. At the same time, we have niche drones, a very single purpose, focused purpose drone for one kind of a job. We have very large drones to very small drones to mini, micro, and nano drones. And people are trying to copy small insects like wasps and flies and make drones. We have multi-motor drones like the quadcopters, the fixed wing drones, and the hybrid drones. The aerodynamics and flight principles of all these drones principally revolve around lift and thrust. lift to move the machine against gravity, and thrust to move the drone forward. The, this movement is controlled by control surfaces like ailerons, elevators, and rudders. And what do they do? Remember physics, X, Y, and Z axes? So these movements along these three axes are known as the roll, pitch, and yaw. These are controlled by these control surfaces, and that is crucial. Coming now to the educational use of drones, you would realize that drones can be integrated into various educational levels and settings all across the STEAM disciplines. STEM or STEAM? See, earlier it was STEM, science, technology, engineering, maths. And later they realized that you can't leave arts out. It is useful to integrate arts and the fine arts into these disciplines. And therefore, with that A from STEM, we came to STEAM disciplines. And here, skill development in each of these. Students can learn about aerodynamics, physics, programming, data analysis by designing drones, building them, and flying them. Drones can encourage critical thinking, problem solving, and teamwork as students work together to overcome challenges and complete their projects. And students can develop proficiency in coding and programming languages as they work to foster computational thinking and programming skills. And separately, of course, there are specialized courses focusing on drone technology and various aspects and facets of it. Now, coming to the various educational activities and projects which could be including aerial mapping and surveying. Students here can learn about cartography, remote sensing, photogrammetry. The other set of projects could be around environmental studies, where students operate sensors and gather data on air quality, temperature, vegetation, etc. Further, when we talk of robotic competitions, they create creativity, problem solving, teamwork, photography, and videography, and the recreational part, and of course, the industrial part. Students can learn about composition, storytelling, visual communication. And of course, when doing all of this, we have to keep the legal, ethical, and safety considerations in mind. And when we are talking about the cinematographic use of drones, I must remind you, because many of you are from Africa, the latest Oscars had a documentary which won the Oscar. It was called The Elephant Whisperers. Quite a few of you may have seen this 41-minute documentary. It is basically about a couple looking after baby orphan elephants. And this documentary has lovely drone shots in it. Lovely drone shots. So I was telling you that whatever we are doing as part of educational activities and projects, do keep in mind the ethical, legal, and safety considerations. And remember that introducing drones in education can also help students explore their potential career paths in fields like aviation, aerospace, engineering, cinematography, environmental sciences, and even data analysis. But there are challenges. And the challenges fundamentally in drones revolve around the power source, the battery life. Because the battery life gives you the endurance of the drone. And that is a major issue. The other challenges are around safety and reliability, collision avoiding systems, handling adverse weather conditions, communication aspects are crucial and therefore redundancy is required there, developing radars which can penetrate foliage, and the major challenge is the regulatory challenges. Because balancing airspace management with privacy concerns and public safety, This is a significant challenge. And just towards the end, let me mention to you about swarm drones and autonomous operations. Because now, with artificial intelligence being input into every possible field, autonomous operations, major research is going on drone swarms when multiple drones would collaborate and communicate with each other to perform complex tasks. And many a show has been given by various countries on this. Autonomous navigation and decision making algorithms, duly supported by artificial intelligence, are also being developed. And you would like to know that drones are about 5 years ahead of autonomous cars in their ability to act autonomously. And when we come to potential future applications, these would include urban air mobility, drone delivery services, environmental monitoring, conservation, and further integration and leveraging of artificial intelligence for decision making. And in conclusion, well within 8 minutes, I would like to say that as capabilities evolve, drones are both a boon and a threat. Now, dear viewers, if you have any questions, I will take them on now or later, whichever way the moderator directs. Thank you for your time. Looking forward to further interaction. Greetings of the day once again. Namaste. I have finished.
Namaste. Thank you so much, Brigadier Sanjay Agawal, joining
Oh,
us
you
all
got
the
it
way.
correct.
Wow, thank you. Joining us all the way from India. That was absolutely amazing. That was great speech. Just a few reactions coming from the our